What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Very last minute, very last minute, but as it turns out, I got lucky. Kids went down fairly well, so we're only really missing the first 5 minutes of this one. Mexico already up 1-0. I'm proving to be the dumbest person in CONCACAF because all my guesses have been incorrect. That's okay. Still a lot of time in this one. Still a lot of time. All right. We are here. I think we're all set. I just got to update the score bug to reflect the current teams, but we'll do that while we're chatting. Hello. We'll keep it super simple today since it's on the fly. No banner. Really surprised to see that Canada is down. I talked a lot of crap yesterday on Group A. Turns out they've got it together. How we all doing, guys? Any goal predictions? Man, my audio for the stream is like, sounds like it's underwater or something. Sounds like there might be a connection issue over there in Guatemala. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Okay, let's get rid of this mess from yesterday. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. Whoops. Oh. There we go. Now, why did that link break? It's so weird. There we go. And it's like we were here the whole time. I'm not sure who to root for. I know, Roger. I'm a little torn myself. And they both lose. Yeah, does that bring the US back in it? Is the real question. You know, I think that I think I'm gonna cheer for Canada because it'll make me feel better about the US losing if they win. Also, I have a couple friends up in Canada, so I'll say I'm doing it for them. But in the grand scheme of everything, couldn't care less. Let's do our obligatory poll here. Mexico being up is interesting. What the heck? All right. Well, Canada doesn't look bad in the actual few minutes I've gotten to watch. After wrestling the kids down to bed. First one went down easy. Second one, we'll see. There might be an interruption. We'll see. Not convinced that one's staying. This Mexican side too is I noticed actually across all the games. Earlier I had mentioned, I think in one of the other streams a few days ago, that they really don't have a futsal scene in Mexico. It's all like arena soccer and five-a-side on turf, that kind of thing. But their rotations have been pretty good for the most part. They haven't had the toughest schedule. But it looks like they're doing decent futsal anyway. So hats off to them on that. Did you watch the UCL futsal semifinal? Yes, I did. I caught I didn't catch 100% of both. I ended up listening to a lot of it. Not a lot. About a third of each game I ended up just listening to while doing other things for work, but neither of my predictions were correct on that one. I'm on a bad string of luck on predictions here the last week. But I thought that Cartagena would for sure make it through. They were definitely the better team of the two, in my opinion, in that game. They just didn't have the shots go their way. And Kairat was playing super physical and, I think really kept pushing hard and found a way to force that win. So props to them. But Cartagena statistically, definitely the better team. I'd say even during the game looked to be the better team, but sometimes sports does that. Sometimes the team that plays better doesn't win, which is what makes it wild and crazy and pull at our heartstrings. And then Palma really taking care of business with Sporting, which I thought Sporting would pull off that win. For Palma to be playing at the intensity and the level that they have back to back to back Champions Leagues has impressed me. I keep waiting for them to run out of gas, and it's not happening. So I didn't think Palma would three-peat, but now that it's Hirat versus Palma for the final tomorrow, I think Palma might three-peat. I'm actually leaning towards Palma. I was impressed with Palma. Yeah, Palma looked great. It's crazy to me that Palma has not yet won a domestic cup. Their trophy cabinet is only European wins, European contest victories. So they have 2 Champions League titles back to back. So they did, and both, like, they're undefeated. They're actually heading into this season. I don't know if they had a loss during the main round play. I can't remember. Let me try and pull it up. But going into this series, this season, Champions League season, they were undefeated in all matches. They'd never lost because they debuted in 2023 when they won that first game. Yeah, 3-0. They went 3-0 in the main round, and then 2-1. So they saw a draw in the final round heading to the semifinals, but they've still yet to lose a Champions League match, which is wild. So is tomorrow the time? Is tomorrow, the magic day that they lose that first match and it's in this final against the Kairat, which we haven't seen in several years in the semifinal, but is a perennial Champions League participant. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. So the Kazakhstan side versus the Spanish Titans can be very, very interesting tomorrow. So we've got that match and the CONCACAF final for the women tomorrow. So a lot of high quality futsal tomorrow. Timeout at dead center at halftime, or half of the game. Half of the half. My goodness. Can we just erase the last 10 seconds of what I just said? Can we cut that from the feed? Do I have an editor? I don't think I do. Uh-oh. What's Dr. Disrespect do I say? Alex! Almost top of the level as it stands right now. Yeah, they're playing really well. And the Spanish league is I think there's another team too that just won the cup, and I want to pull up their name. Let's see. Pensacola, who's currently in second. Those guys are having like an absolutely banner year. It's an anniversary year for them too. I think it's the I'll have to look them up. I'm following them on Instagram. I know that it's like it's a milestone anniversary for them this year. Movistar is back again, kind of in that top echelon of teams. They've kind of had a down period. You know, oh, wait a minute. Ooh, Canada. Great shot. Tipped just over the bar. But yeah, all that being said, El Pozo is actually kind of further down the standings than I expected. They're usually Murcia is usually towards the top. They're not. Pensacola is. Ain is always in that top conversation for the playoffs. So they're always feels like they're always the bridesmaid and never the bride. Like they're right there all the time and can't quite get that win through. So curious to see. I think Palma technically won the regular season last year too, but they just didn't win at all in the championship in the playoffs. Palma is 59, Pensacola 58, Barca 56 with a game in hand. Okay. Yeah, that is very tight. That's super tight. And I think Movistar is right behind them, right? Aren't they really close too? I think the last time I saw the standings, and granted it's been a minute, but I think they were right in the running there. Ooh, great shot by Mexico. Kind of right at the keeper, but good pace. Hmm. 55 Movistar. Okay. Yeah, so they are right there. Wow. Couple games help and they're there. Who's Barca play next? They've got that Noya. Noya. I'm bad at the foreign stuff, guys. I'm sorry. That's why I don't cover more of it on the channels. It's hard for me to be embarrassed, but it's more about me disrespecting everybody else at that point. But they're bottom of the table if I remember right, so that should be a gimme for that game in hand. But then they got to play Pensacola next, so Pensacola has a chance to put some daylight between the two of them as well. So it's an interesting time to be following the league, that's for sure. Palma just got off of a game, I think, before they headed to the they beat Barcelona before they started their Champions Series run by quite a bit. I want to say it was 6-1. 6-2, maybe something like that. But it was a decent score in their favor. Wow, great slide. Bit of a stalemate. Ooh. Man, pretty balanced first half so far. What do you guys think? I was watching Hein Pensacola, and Hein went ahead with throwing their head. Oh, I forgot they got the throw-ins back. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. And I think the first week they had an injury because of it. Like, guy got kicked right in the head on a high volley off of a throw-in. Which, I mean, one could argue that that's not the throw-in's fault, but I don't know. It's weird to watch. Yeah, it is. It's weird because it's especially interesting that Spain is experimenting with that because like they're pretty established in FIFA futsal. And you know, the throw-in thing is very much a FIFUSA AMF, you know, whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. And it's that original style of futsal, and you know, rules change in futsal all the time, so you never know. Maybe that experiment turns into something bigger for FIFA, and we see throw-ins more regularly. I think the rationale is to promote more scoring. Interesting. You know what's crazy is I feel like all sports do that. Like, look at how the play style of the NBA is adapted three-point shooting. Like, you don't see a Shaq just taking it to the hole, you know, buffalo chicken, you know, or barbecue chicken is what he said, barbecue chicken alert. You know, you don't see that anymore. It's all threes, you know, as a Northeast Ohioan following the Cavs quite a bit. You know, the fact that the Cavaliers are scoring, you know, 120 some points a game, 130 some points a game. Like, I remember, and it's almost every game. I remember when you got to 100 points, you got a free taco at Taco Bell. And like nowadays, like those. Oh, Mexico taking advantage of a turnover. And either the commentator's mic is dead, or he's asleep. I don't know. Not saying a word. It sounds like he was having microphone issues. I bet that's what it is. So Mexico almost turns it over, but they call a foul on Canada. Quick restart on the kick. 1, 2, 3. So pass off the kick in, second pass across the arc, top of the arc, and then placed back post. Very nicely done. Rosa Aguiar is the goal scorer. But yeah, you think about that, you know, there's these rumors about baseball. Like, I feel like every offseason there's a rumor with the MLB about doing something to increase the scoring. You think about, I feel like all the sports are doing it. NFL changing the kickoffs, you know, the style of kickoffs this last season to try and promote, you know, more kickoff returns and better field position. So it goes with the trend of what everyone is doing. They think that goals sell tickets. And, you know, in theory, in today's world of trying to keep someone's attention, you know, that is kind of a tough one. But futsal's already a high scoring game if it's done right. So it's kind of interesting to see what happens next, you know? Like, do they continue to pursue that, or do they decide they need to, you know? Where's the game? Elsie, here, let me I've got it in the description of the video. There's a game link there. And that was weird. Had a weird freeze there. Sorry, guys. I still with you? Here, let me do this. There we go. All right. I'll pin it as well so that you guys have it in the chat as well, if that's easier. Sorry, I had a weird spike there. I don't know what happened. But yeah, guys, I cannot stream the game. So this is just a watch companion. If you guys are watching alone and want someone to discuss the game with, or futsal in general as we're watching the game, this is your place. If you're looking for the actual game itself, that link will take you there. If you're on mobile and you can't watch 2 streams at once, I totally understand. You know, support futsal, support the game. Make sure CONCACAF knows we're interested in this stuff. Sacrifice what I do for this. You know what? It sounds like they've changed microphones for the commentator. He must have had a microphone failure. I can hear a difference in echo. Like it doesn't have the production settings like it did before. My niece is playing for Canada and we haven't seen one game as of yet. Elise, is it or Elsie, I'm sorry, Elsie, is it geo-blocked in Canada? Are you guys not able to get the YouTube streams? Or is it just been like a schedule thing for you guys? And who is your niece? What number? So we can cheer for her. My brother's on vacation in Buffalo and he's at a Colombian restaurant and I am starving. He is sending me pictures and I can feel the weight coming on. Erica Hinmarsh. Okay, cool. Sweet. We're cheering for Erica then. Let's do it. So, hang on. I've got, I'm pretty sure I still have the roster saved somewhere here. Let's see. Where did I save that roster? Where did you go? Matches, standings. No, I don't need those right now. I'm going too far back here. I think I might be. Here it is. It is, let's see. Erica is number 11, guys. Number 11, Erica Hinmarsh. Saskatoon Impact? Is that who she plays for, Elsie? They say we cannot get the game in Canada. Do you have a VPN? If you have a VPN, run it through the USA and you'll get it. That's how I have to get most of my matches. I was actually pleasantly surprised that CONCACAF didn't block the US. Because usually we don't get the games either. The men's matches we couldn't get. We had to use a VPN. I had to run a VPN through Algeria to freaking get it's ridiculous. But if there's any form of like TV deal in your country, a lot of times they'll geo-block YouTube, even if it's only select games. So that's what happened in the United States during the men's tournament last year is Fox Sports picked up like the semifinal and the final, which the US didn't even make it to. So we were stuck where you had to get creative to watch. But if you don't have a VPN, Express is a good one. I use Nord, Nord, and they're usually pretty cheap monthly services. You can usually get like a 2-week free trial, and you just download it to your computer or your mobile device, and then you can run your IP address through different countries. It's meant for security preferences on your phone or on your computers, but you can also use it to have your computer read as being in a different country, and then that way you can get content that would otherwise be blocked from you. So that's actually one of the big sells on it, especially ExpressVPN. They sell that as their main selling point. And like, even if you guys use, like, if you use Netflix or something, and your favorite series is not in Netflix for some reason, like maybe it's been pulled out, or it might be available to another country, and you can check. For example, like if you're a fan of The Office, and it's not showing in Canada's version of Netflix in their list of shows, you can switch to a country that does have it, and you'd have access to it. Now 3 minutes to go in the first half. Ooh, Mexico puts another one on. Wow. You're now getting way too tech for us. Yeah. Pretty much just download a VPN, select the country you want it to run through, hit connect, and then everything will open up. I wonder if I can... Oh, Mexico just scored again. Wow. I did not expect this, guys. I thought Canada was going to kind of thump them. Great volley off that set piece. Holy cow. Wow. Well-deserved goal. Holy moly. All right. Corner kick for Canada with 2:50 to go. Missed opportunity there. They kind of skied it. But, man, that's a bummer that Canada's not available on CONCACAF. It's so annoying, too, because if it's a video that's not available to you, that you will not even get a push notification that they're streaming, because it only notifies who it's available to. I've run into that, too, where I'm waiting around thinking I'm going to get a notification, and it turns out it was geo-blocked, and I missed it. Oh, this is the shot. Come on, Canada. Oh. I give number 9 there credit. She realized she was off balance and reset. That was a smart thing to do. Keep the ball, keep the possession. The announcer is awful. Hey, Jason. Yeah, really bad. The commentary for this has been horrific. It's been really bad. I think, Jason, I said we were doing one of these a couple days ago, and I said, like, there's literally like minutes that go by that like there's just he's not even talking. It's like he's taking a nap. I don't know. Don't talk about Jake that way. Jason's a very good friend. He can talk about me however he likes. Don't worry about that. Oh, man. Good to see you, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Canadian games have not even been listed. Yeah, if they've got a geo-block, they won't even come up in the playlists. That's a bummer. Ooh. And Mexico looking very dangerous still. Classic futsal. Looks nothing like futsal. Yeah, exactly, Jason. And you know what else? So yesterday when we were watching the US versus Canada game, the commentator kept referencing the outdoor game as far as the last time that these teams won like the Gold Cup and stuff. Like it was like they were referencing Canada winning a contest last in 96 or something like that. And it's like the futsal team wasn't even formed until this year. So how is that possible? Like someone get this guy a cheat sheet. Chris Fernandez was supposed to commentate these, and he's very informed on futsal. He's one of my favorite commentators, especially when it comes to CONCACAF. He just knows his stuff so well. He knows everybody so well, so he's very intelligent on the mic. But he got a really great opportunity to go commentate a FIFA event instead of a CONCACAF event. So he was scheduled to do CONCACAF, and ultimately he got a call to do the beach soccer finals in Paris, in France. So he basically a call up to the first team, really, and that's a really great opportunity for him. So I can't be mad at him for it. But man, we're missing him, that's for sure. Miss having someone on the mic that knows what they're talking about. Love Chris Fernandez. Yeah, he's a great guy too. He's very knowledgeable. He knows everybody. He knows everybody in the States. He knows everyone in Canada. He almost knows too much. He knows a bunch of skeletons in everybody's closets too. I mean, but he's a good man. He never talks bad about anybody. You know, he never gossips. I mean, he's just an all-around good guy. It's really hard not to like him. I'm hoping we get him back for FCS next year to help us commentate again. That would be great. Oh, here we go. Turn and shoot. Man, this goalkeeper for Mexico has been solid. There hasn't been like anything super athletic she's had to do, but not mine. Yeah, that's right, Roger. Didn't even give away your favorite candy. Wow. You know, I was kind of talking some trash about Group A, but Panama won their game against Costa Rica and knocked them out. And now Mexico's leading at the half. Group A is actually dominating at the moment. Group B was supposed to be the group of death. I wonder if it's a fatigue thing. Well, now that we're halftime, Elsie, if you're still here, this is what a VPN kind of looks like on your computer if you run it on your PC. So you would just go, like, for example, to the VPN website and download the VPN. And it'll have some kind of page like this. And you can select what country you want to connect through. And they're all here. So, like, I'm a big fan of South American futsal. And so whenever I need to catch their games, I usually connect through Brazil or Argentina, and that usually gets me what I need. Because down there, even when they have TV deals, they don't necessarily geo-block as much as they do here in CONCACAF. So I typically use this just for a layer of security on my PC too. So I just have it run through the US now, so it's a stronger connection. But like, for example, if we were in reverse situations, I'd look up your country, Canada, and I can select it, and then it'll think my computer's in Canada. And then that would open up so for you want to do a United States one, and it'll think your computer's in the US, and then all those listings from the Canada games will show up for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mouse went crazy. But yeah, that's the best way that's the cheapest way to get access to that kind of stuff. And a lot of times there's free trials so that you don't actually have to pay. Totally different energies from both teams. Yeah, Canada looks tired to me compared to Mexico. Mexico kind of looks fresh. I wish you could show us you watching the game so we could see it. Yeah, Fred, I'm sorry. That's actually just what I was talking about with Elsie there with that VPN thing is I cannot stream the game or YouTube will shut me down because it's not my content, so I can't stream it. Don't ask me how I know that. But no, I've tried before. I tried with the men's, and we even made it really small on the screen to kind of hide it, embed it into the stream, so it's not so obvious. And we got away with it for one stream, and then the second stream it got caught instantly. I was up for maybe 5 minutes, and YouTube blacked out my screen. I was still live, but it blacked everything out. And then I got a message in my studio that told me that we detect someone else's content in your stream. Please remove it. And literally the second I removed it, I was live again. So it just blacks out whatever you're trying to show. So that it's kind of a bummer, but I understand why. I mean, that's me stealing someone else's content. So it's the right policy. Well, while we're ranting about CONCACAF productions, we were talking about how the commentators get a little weak, but the halftime is also kind of frustrating because it's literally just the same 10-second advert for the tournament over and over and over again for 10 minutes. They showed highlights a couple times yesterday, which was kind of nice. I don't know what their production team looks like there on site. I know that that's not... If you don't know how to do it, that can be hard. But there's programs out there that you can automatically capture. So we use it for our league. You hit a button when there's a shot on goal or a big play that we want a highlight of. It'll give us the instant replay, and then it actually banks it away for you and saves it. So then we can go back to it and make a highlight reel for halftime or for later if we want to, put together a YouTube short or something like that. So surely CONCACAF, being a large organization and having some money, could figure that out. They might just not know what they need. I've talked to somebody who's played in this building before, speaking just to like the potential of being tired. And they said that this building is very hard to play in. It's hard concrete. The floor's not forgiving. And it's in Guatemala, so it's very hot. It's very humid inside of the building as well. And, this is these girls, these women's, I should probably say, fourth game in 5 days. So the grueling schedule on top of that too, on that hard concrete in that very hot vicinity, makes it tough. It's not the same as maybe what we're used to up north in CONCACAF. Rudy, you're right. I think so too. I don't think they were ready for the conditions. Because when they played Canada 2 days ago, it was clear that they were out of steam. To me, I thought it was pretty obvious that they were just out of juice. Hey, even with Mexico up 3-0, it looks like a lot of you guys pulling for Canada, which is awesome. 86% of the votes going for Canada, so they're gonna need a big second half, but it's still very possible that that they're able to pull this one back. A lot of time in futsal. It's a lot of time. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious how they do. What's going on here? My OBS is kind of bugging out. Hang on a sec. There we go. All right. I'm going to move our little score bug too, since we don't have those other attachments we did yesterday with the other banners. Hopefully this makes the viewing experience a little more pleasurable. There's a lot on the line. Whoever wins this game goes to the Philippines. So I don't know what the halftime talk is for these teams, but if I'm in there, you know, I think the message is you got to put it all on the line. This is it. This is a winner. This is win or go home in the biggest possible way. Not just because it's a semifinal, but because your history could end tonight. If you're, you know, all these teams are in their historic first ever women's CONCACAF futsal championship, and you know, you don't want your story to end yet. It almost doesn't matter if you lose the final because you made it to the World Cup, and that's the bigger picture item, right? That's kind of the wild thing about these qualifications is the final almost loses value. That's always a curious thing to me. Glad to have you guys all here in the stream. Let me know what you guys think of the game. We were talking Champions League earlier today, too. So if you guys are big futsal fans and have been following the Futsal Champions League, talk about that. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Kairat Almaty versus Palma tomorrow for the UEFA Champions League final in Le Mans in France. And they've been putting on a great production. Great show. And to catch those games, all you need is UEFA.tv app. And that'll get you what you need for that. And you can watch it on the app. UEFA doesn't require any kind of VPNs or anything like that. All you have to do is have an account on the app, and you get those futsal games for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's perfectly free. You just got to download the app. That's all. And that's going to be a really, really good game. And then I believe the final for the women's CONCACAF tomorrow, what time is that at? I want to say they had it listed at 5. I have to go back to the original news article. The way they post things on CONCACAF site, like it kind of goes away. 1,700 hours? Perfect. That's what I thought. I'm going to try and stream, watch along for that too. So if you guys are interested and you kind of want to talk through it, if you can't get to the game yourself, I know it seems like a lot of you guys are here because it's geo-blocked in your country. So if you want to at least talk through it and kind of get live updates, we can do that here. I have a plan so that the kids are accounted for, so I can do that with you guys. So hopefully it works. Hopefully the kids cooperate. We'll see. But so long as that happens, and we will do that. So that could be a fun time and hang out and catch a final. And then I think the Champions League final is at noon our time, if I remember right. So if you guys are looking for that as well, let me look real quick, just make sure. A lot of big futsal games going on right now. Women's AFCON tournament just ended, and then the obviously CONCACAF women's tournament is going on right now. $2 p.m. Oh, okay. Yep, you're right. I just got it pulled up. 11 a.m. is the third place match, and 2 p.m. is the final. Palma has a chance to make history. They could be the first ever team to three-peat. Right now, they're tied with Inter Movistar, that classic team that had Ricardinho in it when he really started to become a really big household name. Was the last team to win 2 in a row before Palma, and now Palma has a chance to pass them in the history books. I can't subscribe to One Soccer. Doesn't let me in Canada. Really? One Soccer. What is One Soccer? Oh, is this like a Canadian streaming platform or news platform? One Soccer. This is kind of cool. Channel to watch the game. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, one so if you guys in Canada are looking for the game, the only way I know how to get around all this, well, instead subscribe to Futsal News. That's what a good YouTuber would have said, Rudy. I miss my moment. Next time. Ask again. I'll say it. um, yeah, if you guys want to get around this, what you need is a VPN. And right now the USA is open. We're getting the game, so all you have to do is set your VPN to a US server, and you're in. I gotta say, the music playing at halftime in the arena has been good. I don't know whose playlists they're listening to, but they got a playlist that speaks to me. A lot of classics that are in my playlist. Where would I go to have a women's futsal World Cup watch along? Ooh, that's a good question. I think I know a place, and it's right here. And if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Nailed it. Cut it, clip it. All right, the teams are coming back out, so we should be starting again here shortly. Update my little cheaty score bug thing here. Nailed it. Hey, so Cloud 16, the teams that are playing in CPL in Canada, is that like our USL? Or it's just like right below MLS? How do you guys view that league? I've always been curious about that. Subscribed. Hey! You're already subbed. That doesn't count. Or is this a big review and you haven't been subbed all this time? Big reveal here. All right. Canada starts with the ball. You know, it's kind of frustrating when you're a real futsal fan, or if you have, I'm sure for you guys too, that have family that's involved in this sport. It's probably frustrating to you too. Uh, it's so frustrating to me that CONCACAF didn't have a backup plan for this guy on the microphone. Like he sounds like he's commentating from his bathroom. It's just like the echo is kind of crazy. I mean, I have a cheap entry level microphone, and mine sounds better than this guy's. And I have no sound system equipment in here at all. I have no like buffer equipment. I don't even have a pop protector. Nothing. Be a friend, tell a friend. Yeah, it's right. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It could change their life. First shot for Canada the first half there, but it went right to the keeper. But they still have the ball. That's the good news. This has been a surprising tournament. I can't believe Costa Rica got bounced earlier. Commentator was just kind of mentioning that, and it's like it's true. That's actually kind of shocking. That's a big failure for them. I saw their fans were very active on social media today about that. People aren't happy in Costa Rica. I couldn't tell if they were also tired or if they just like walked into that game thinking they'd already won it. It was hard to, they almost played with a sense of arrogance, almost like there was no urgency. Will not have any success if they continue to play soccer on a futsal court. Yeah, and you know what, Jason, a lot of these teams are doing that. It's actually been, it's I'll just say this, it's blatantly obvious that these are the first teams of women's futsal. And I think even a player or two in Costa Rica was an ex-outdoor national team player. So they're just pulling their best athletes, not their best futsal players. And it shows on the court. Hey, Canada with a steal. Bad pass in Mexico's own third, defending third. And who is that? Is that number 9? Esther Brossard. Or no, who is that? Number 3. Wow, I'm the worst. I'm as bad as Jade. It looks like Jade might be a teammate of Erica's. Three to 1. They're on the board. That's good. Yeah, and comeback is on. Yeah, you know, well, that's a bad giveaway right there. But it looks like it gave them a little extra motivation because they're definitely running a little harder, pressing a little faster. Great footwork there. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're at 18:09 on the clock, and Canada's on the board. Whew. Uh-oh, that was bad. That's a perfect example, Jason, what you're talking about. Didn't trap that like a soccer player, and it was a turnover that almost turned into a goal for Mexico. Ooh. Ooh. Is that the first foul of the half? I think it is. Yeah, Canada kind of fortunate there that that final touch by Mexico was just kind of off. So right now, if you guys are watching and you don't have the game on, my Canadian friends in the chat right now, you guys have a free kick right now, right in front of the Mexico bench. And here comes the pass through, bounces around some Mexican players, and they're on the counter. Commentating is hard. Oh, Canada with a great steal here. Oh, do they get their second? They do. Wow. Oh, guys. You guys are back in the game. It's 3-2. Wow. It's another transition play. Counterattack. And so they cut out a pass. They stole it away. And they're from the far side, the opposite of the camera side of the court. The shot goes past the goalie, but a defender slides across and blocks it, but isn't able to keep it out. And number 8 for Canada literally just jams it through pure force. Cynthia Gaspar from Montreal Extreme. And then according to the commentator, she's now your guys' top scorer on the team. So that's awesome. Not the prettiest, but we'll take it. Yeah, hey, they all count the same, right? They all count the same. Interestingly, Mexico seems to have picked up their pace a little bit after that goal. You know, normally the team that's scoring and getting the momentum, it's obvious that they're... And there's another example where they just need to step on that ball. Canada now with another third. There it is, 3-3. What in the world? What was in that Gatorade at halftime? Just like that, yeah. Finding the pivot in the middle. Yep. You're right. Wow, okay, so number 6 for Canada puts on the afterburners, finds the middle, and then finds Esther Broussard, and she is able to put it into the back of the net. She just turned, bang, hit it. 3-3. Just like that. 16:33 in the second half. Wow. Too much time. There is a lot of time, Roger. They got to stay focused here. Oof. Yeah, you want to be careful you don't get yourself gassed and can't see this thing out, but good pressure and a good turn of momentum. Mexico on the ball right now. Oh, another bad giveaway from Mexico, but Canada didn't really move after they got the ball. Looks like there might have been some confusion about whether they're sub or not. And now we got a timeout for Mexico. They're going to try and figure this thing out. Let's see here. So we got a timeout for Mexico. 15:32 left in the half. You know what? Let me try something real quick. Maybe I can make this a little easier on our Canadian friends. Whoops, can't do that. Go away. Can I? I gotta remember how to do this. Ooh, Canadian player down. Cynthia Gasper, who I think was one of our goal scorers, one of your guys' goal scorers for that one. Don't want to see that. All right. Think, Jake. Be a way to crop this. Shoot. I need my guru, Luke. So coming out of this timeout, it's been a little dicey. I don't really think anybody has real control right now of the game. Canada's about to get a kick in. Why run back into traffic? That was kind of a waste. Not sure why that Canadian player decided to run right back into that traffic. There was one of her own players and two opposing players. She ran right in the middle of all three of them. Neither team's fixos in the attack, which automatically gives the defense the upper hand. You know, I noticed that United States was guilty of that a bit yesterday too, where the fixo's just sitting way, way back. And it was just kind of like there was no chance of getting anything moving because you're playing a man down. It's just the thing about futsal is, you know, everyone plays on attack, everyone plays on defense. There's not a dedicated defender that it can't come up, that shouldn't come up and attack too, and vice versa. Oh wow, great pressure from Mexico there. I know that some people in Canada weren't thrilled with the coach selection too. Speaking of, you know, playing soccer on a futsal court because the guy has no futsal experience. So I'm curious if that has a lot to do with why we're seeing a lot of the style of play. I mean, I'm not curious. I think that's why we see a lot of the style of play we're seeing right now from Canada. The guy's not a futsal coach. That's kind of the problem that the countries that you typically see in other content, you know, Mexico, Canada, US, you know, typically teams that make it to the end in these kinds of tournaments just by their sheer size and talent pool and money. And in futsal, you don't see it. Like there's just no care given to the sport at all. And so they're not very successful. Great oh. You know what else is it? A lot of long balls I'm noticing. Just lobbing it up to the top and hoping for a quick shot. Not a lot of build up out of the back. With the exception of the third goal for Canada, I think most of these goals have been... Oh! Canada scores again! Oh! Canada takes the lead. Esther Brassard. It's a repeat of the second goal. A real strong turn and shoot on their Fixo. Fixo's not doing a good job of stopping her turn for Mexico. Kick into her in the middle. She's able to just kind of cut it back. Wow. Woo! That's awesome. This sport can be crazy. That's what I love about futsal. You know, we have a team that was up 3-0 at the half. And they're not. Oh, here we go. 5. No, referee called a foul. So that goal doesn't count. Oh, they almost had 5. Referee hit the whistle. Foul on Canada. Oh, so it gets worse. Not only do they not get the goal, there's foul against them. But man, that's still a statement. There's 12:44 to go in the half. And Canada now has the lead. They overturned, being 3 goals down in the first half in a matter of 7.5 minutes. I wonder if Mexico just got comfortable but I mean, I don't know. Oh, holding her arm, I guess. Or is it the handball? And it looks like she's subbed off now. So Kira Mellenhorst is now at the top. University of Pittsburgh student. I think she plays on their women's outdoor team. Man, a Canadian with a bunch of Yinzers. Could you picture that? Oh my goodness. There's an Ohioan. That kind of makes me sick. I got family around Pittsburgh. I gotta be careful what I say, but they know who they are. Look at all the scuffs on that floor. Holy cow. This, yeah, I was gonna say, okay. Yeah, I was the ref. You could tell the ref on the camera side was looking at that one pretty close. So Canada gets the ball back here. A foul called in their own half, but it's a little too strong of contact there, challenging there for the 50-50 in the air, but Mexico now on the ball. Oh, nice set of passes there from Mexico to get a shot opportunity, but can't get through the defense. A little bit of a stutter step, and that was enough by the Mexican player, and that was enough for Canada to get set. Number 13 for Mexico. That's Evelyn Gonzalez. Man, this has been a entertaining second half with all the goals. And they found that long ball again. That long ball is working for him. All right, here we go. Canada's on the ball. Looking for the cross. Out of bounds. Rolled out of bounds. Mexico now on the ball. We're at 11 minutes. Roger, what do you think? You think they can keep this up? I know you mentioned, are they putting too much energy into the comeback too early in the half? There's still a lot of time in this thing. I wonder if that's still a variable. Ooh, unforced error by Mexico there. Missing so many opportunities, leaving the fixo out of the play. It's frustrating to watch because Canada has so much momentum at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, they need to bring that fixo up. I mean, even if they had a chance to do a proper reset from it, not even, let alone get them involved in the play. Oh, Canada here, maybe. Wow. We got a Canadian player down, though. That's Shayla Hey. Yeah, if they bring that. Fouls are starting to hurt more after 4 games. Yeah, for sure. That concrete feels a little harder every time, right? Man, that's the thing. Like, I got to give these players credit at least for that. Like, to have to try and keep up and play at this intensity 4 times in 5 days, and then if you win, you play 5 times in 6 days. So it doesn't get any easier from here if you win. Your reward is a bigger challenge, which, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild for sure. I'm curious what the level of play will look like tomorrow with whoever ends up facing Panama. Oh, wow. I thought Canada was going to lose that there for a minute, but they keep the kick in at least, so that's good. Good for them. Man, I walked into this game neutral, but now that all we got all these Canadian viewers now I find myself cheering for you guys. I can't help it. Man. The Owls and the Pivo are working really hard for Canada. Yeah, just a little late. So foul on Canada here, in kind of a dangerous position. It's way out on the touchline, but if you can picture it, it's kind of just outside the arc. Oh, is Erica out there? Well, shot on target, but tipped over the top. And Steve, if you can, there's a pinned comment at the top of the chat. If you click on that, that's a link to the CONCACAF stream. It's also in the description of the video. But a lot of people are here from Canada because they can't get access to the games because you guys are geo-blocked right now. So if you're in Canada, you're going to need a VPN, and you're going to want to set it to the United States, and then that way you'll have access to the game. But if you don't have a VPN, you're kind of stuck. Man, Mexico with a little bit of, a couple of opportunities here. I wouldn't call it momentum just yet, but... Wow, she made that turn again. That's wild. Mexico with a big opportunity here. Big save from Canada. Wow, that was point blank. But Leia Tellier, Palacio Tellier, she's able to push it over the top. Damn, okay, perfect. Oh, Steve, are you in Canada too? Oh, no. As appreciative as I am for these extra viewers, I do feel bad for you guys. Right here's a perfect example, Jason. 3-on-4. Fixo's just way too far back. Canada could easily be winning this game by more goals if they just pull that fixo forward. And Mexico's starting to get their rhythm back a little bit here, so they... Yep, here it is. Here's a shot. Save off the post. Wow. Mexico with 3 really dangerous opportunities in a row there. Luckily, they shanked the corner, and Canada's back in control. But, yeah, Rudy, she's making her own highlight reel right now, man. It's crazy. Ooh. Canada with a great shot to the bottom post, but the Mexican keeper pushes it aside. The Mexico goalkeeper has been really good this tournament. She plays like an outdoor keeper, but she's been tough to beat. Natalia Cano. She's been really tough to beat. I think she's the reason that Mexico made it through, honestly. I mean, she stepped up big in a couple of different scenarios for them that have kept them, that have gotten them all 3 points. All right, Canada back on the ball with a kick in deep in their own side, but 8 minutes to go. They're going to want to find at least... I mean, if I'm Canada, I definitely want to keep the pressure on. You don't want to rest on one goal, that's for sure. We've seen that fail teams a couple of times already in the group stage where they kind of rested on a goal. U.S. got guilty of that in the Costa Rica game. You know, they got up 2-0, and then they didn't produce any offense in the second half, and it ended up being a tie against Costa Rica 2-2 by the time the game ended. And you can't rest. You can't rest on a goal or two like you can in outdoor. I agree. Mexico keeper sharp. Yeah, she's been great. She's been extremely consistent, and yeah, she's just been rock solid. Oh, Canada. Little back and forth at the moment, guys, but Mexico ultimately with the ball. Got to make that back post run, and that's a goal. Canada's able to get one across the mouth of goal, but nobody's there to poke it in. So now Mexico is running up the back. Gotta have that back post runner there. That's an easy tap in. Some confusion from Canada on defense here. They got to be careful. Luckily, the shot's right at the goalie. Another long ball from the keeper all the way up top. This time they dump it off. I don't think the Canadian player there, let's see, Steffi Dadier. Mexico closed on her. I don't think she knew they were on her back. She shouldn't have taken that extra touch, but I mean, that's easy to say from home. So, you know, take that with a pinch of salt, but just a couple too many touches there, and she lost her opportunity. Ran out of court and ran out of space. Mexico trying to build something up here. Canada's going to want to be careful. Their defensive positioning these last few runs have not been good. Their diamond is very loose. It's not really protecting the middle. Their olives, I think, are a little too wide. Oh, here's a shot. Oh, close. Close. The number 13 again for Canada. Collects her own deflection and even gets a second shot, but just off frame. It's all been transition play for Canada, that with the exception of those. Well, that in the balls to the pivot, I guess. It's not fair what I said just now. But if they could get some build up out of the back, they'd kill some clock and get some quality opportunities that way, I think. Playing a body on the line. Yeah. Yeah, Canada's really, you know, hitting the deck, sliding into some great defensive efforts. Here's a turn and a shot right at the keeper, though. Canada with a little bit of high press here. They got to be careful. Now they're way out of position. But fouled Mexico, so they get a chance to reset. That might actually be a good thing, that foul. Just came in a little late there. But pretty obvious. Pretty straightforward foul for the ref there. Yeah, Canada's ball. Mexico tried to steal the deal. But referee remembers. We're at 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Long ball up to the middle again. Turn and shoot. This time off target. No foul count on official stream. I know, Rudy. I should have kept better track. I could have kept it on ours at least. I've been kind of listening to see if the commentator references it, but we've already talked about the commentator. I really think that CONCACAF doesn't give enough effort to their futsal programs at all. And I think that's why we don't see better effort from our soccer and football associations within CONCACAF, is no one's holding them accountable. Like, this is just so clearly a soccer graphic they're reusing for futsal. They just repurposed it for futsal. So it doesn't have what we need in the scoreboard. It doesn't have that foul count like we need. And in a game like this, where it's a 1-goal game, less than 5 minutes to go, like, that's so important to understand and know where that is and how that's changing the dynamic of the game. So Canada with a kick in here. They're in Mexico's corner on the far side of the court. Ultimately retain the ball. They got a kick in again. Basically a corner kick. It's way down in that corner. Oh, maybe, never mind, maybe not. A little further up than I thought. Referee placed a little further back. Ooh, bad kick in, but... Oh, it's for Mexico. I thought maybe they rolled that out. Now here's a long ball. Oh! So, for those of you that are listening in here, Mexico with a long ball over the top, way over the head of the pivot for Mexico, and I think the Canadian goalkeeper didn't expect it. And last-minute kick save puts it out for a corner. Mexico's on the ball right now, rotating. Canada opts to just clear it out. And now Mexico's restarting out of the back. I wonder if we see Mexico fly the keeper. And if we do, when? We got 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Down by 1. Canada really setting themselves up for a long ball on most restarts. So I wonder if Mexico shies away from that fifth attacker just for the sake of not letting the game get out of hand. You know, having that anchor of the goalkeeper, Sena, back there. Every time I see her name, I think Cena, and I know that's not right. I can see her. But she's been absolutely rock solid for them. A lot of quick subs by Canada in this game. Looks like they're trying to stay fresh and see this thing out. Also, if they win, they got another game tomorrow, so real short turnaround. But subbing fairly quickly, about every 2 minutes. Mexico's being patient right now. I'm not a huge fan of Canada's setup right now defensively, but it's working for them. The zone defense is working. Yeah, it is. They're getting tight and compact there, protecting the middle. Just got to be careful not to get caught out. I can see Mexico's goalkeeper just off frame. You see her running for the ball there, tracking back. she's cheating up there, but she's not really in a position to help as a flying keeper just yet. I wonder if she ultimately flies here soon. Oh, real close opportunity from Mexico there, but shot to the back post. And it's wide, and Ala from the opposite side comes sliding in, trying to just get any part of her body on that and tap it in. But it's a no-go. It's a goalie throw for Canada. Long throw. All the way to the pivot. This one's really deep. She passes back, and the ball goes way off target. Number 13 for Canada's having a rough day at the office on offense there. Stephanie Dadale? I'm so bad at those names. All right, they're flying. Mexico's flying. The goal is empty. Ooh. So this is a true fifth attacker. It's not the goalie flying. Mexico's still trying to work out their rotation a bit here. All did the right thing. They came to the middle to try and steal that middle away. You can see her trying to direct, after it didn't work, trying to direct her opposite Ala to switch places with her. Punt it. Canada with a punt for the goal. Way over the top, though, so they don't take advantage of the counter. There's a minute 52 to go. 1 goal lead for Canada. They've scored 4 goals in this half to come back from being behind 3-0. Oh, a nice scoop over the top. But it's over everybody and goes out the back. Canadian timeout now. Oh, I've left my timeout bug on this whole time. Sorry, guys. My bad. So Canada's, going to be under some immense pressure here. 5-on-4. Mexico's moving the ball pretty well. I think this was a smart timeout by the Canadian coach because, Mexico's been playing kind of patient on this, and the shape's been okay defensively, but you definitely want to make sure you shore it up and don't have any, unnecessary errors in these final couple of minutes here. Here, I'm gonna try and run a score bug here on the timer for you guys for this last minute and 42 seconds. I'll do my best to keep up with the real game clock, but I'm as excited as you guys are to watch the game, so it might not be perfectly accurate, so don't kill me if I'm off. 1:42 to go. A minute and 42 seconds to seal your trip to the Philippines in November for the first ever Women's World Cup. Mexico hasn't lost a match yet, but this might be the one. They had a weak group compared to Canada. And Canada came out a little tired, I think, this first half, but they've really put their foot on the gas to find a way back into this and keep chasing history. So that's awesome. Oh, short roll instead of the long throw this time from Canada, and then they end up scooping over the top, but Mexico gets a piece of it, but it's ultimately still Canada's ball. Number 11 on it here. She kicks it in. Canada trying to burn some clock. I'm not running mine. Sorry. I'll catch up here. We're at a minute 29. Okay. Mexico flying their keeper again. I'm like 1 second off of the game clock, guys. 1 second late. Oh, unforced error by Mexico. They give up the ball. It's a kick into Canada. And it looks like Erica Hinmarsh is going to do the kick in for us. $1:10 to go. I'm 3 seconds off. How'd that happen? All right, 70 seconds to go. Less than a minute to go. Canada almost gets a steal there, picking the pocket. Rotation's not too bad. They're kind of losing their diamond formation, but it's working for them. Canada with a long shot. They missed wide, but hey, they held off the attack. So I think that was Erica that took the shot, actually. Mexico looking for the cross. They don't get it. Canada opts to just clear it out. Man, they need to talk to each other. Let them know what kind of space they have. They're better off holding that ball and burning the clock. And possibly getting a shot on an open net. Canada's shape's getting a little out of formation, but Mexico's not taking advantage. Erica with a stop. She kicks it out of bounds. Kick in for Mexico. They loft it to the back post. Header back to the middle, but having a hard time controlling it. I'm 2 seconds ahead now. Oh boy. Sorry, guys. Corner kick for Mexico right now. Okay, I gotta fix this real quick. Okay, 7 seconds. Long ball. Volley. Saved or deflected by Canada. Kicking again. Another volley to back post. Shot. Goal. Mexico just scored the tying goal with 1.8 seconds to go. Holy cow. Wow. So a series of tips over the middle for volleys ultimately leads to a dangerous kick in, chipped over the top and volleyed in. It looks like it took a deflection off of one of the Canadian players, but it looks like that was going in either way. So it is now 4-4. Ruby Carrera, she had a real big goal early in the tournament too against Panama, I want to say. Or no, Guatemala. So we are in extra time, guys. We're getting our money's worth tonight. So, guys, the way this will work, if you're new to futsal, FIFA rules for extra time, it's 2 5-minute halves. And then there's no golden goal. So we are going to go through the full 2 5-minute halves. Another reason it drives me nuts that we don't have a score bug with it is keeping track of fouls is because the foul count carries. So at the half, the fouls reset back to 0. But when you go into extra time in futsal, your fouls carry into extra time. There's no reset. So if one of these teams is in foul trouble, we could start to see some PKs from the 10-meter mark that could, change the game, change the style of play. If you have to let off the physicality a little bit. So hopefully our commentator here says something about it. And then that way we know where they're at on foul counts. I'm not sure where they're at on foul counts right now. Thank you guys for being here in the stream. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here, supporting futsal. That's what this channel is all about. Well, we love the sport. We think it needs more attention, and so big tournaments like this, especially CONCACAF, I try my best to do watch-alongs and just try and get a little more exposure to the sports. Perfect example is what some of you guys are dealing with now. You know, if it's not available to you, at least we can chat about it. I know it's not a perfect solution, and it's not the game itself, but it's at least something. I'll do my best for you guys. And then if Canada makes it through, make sure you guys come back tomorrow. We'll do the same thing. Especially if Canada makes it through, I'll do it again tomorrow. I wonder what Luke's up to tonight. I gotta message him and see why I haven't heard from him. You can hear my clickety clacks. Sorry. All right, so we are in our first. I'm going to make this say first because it's the first extra time. Okay, let's do that. All right. I think your timeouts don't reset too, if I remember right. So this is going to be, I mean, you got 5 minutes to play. Mexico high pressing out of the gate here. Scoop to the pivot off a kick in for Canada. She's looking for the turn in the shot. Mexico saves the first. Deflects the second. It's a kick in for Canada. Whew. You guys got me antsy over here. If Canada makes it through, y'all need to go in on a VPN. That is true. Shot into the side netting for Canada there. Canada had time to kill the clock twice, but kicked the ball out, stopping the clock. Lack of experience and understanding. Yeah, I agree. You know, ideally, you know, do a really big scoop up into the air. Let the air time of the ball kill the clock. Talk to each other about... there's a bug on the camera. You know, talk to each other, let you know you have time and space, or at least, like, stand on the ball. Something. Oh, looked like Canada was pulled down there. She was calling for a foul, but didn't get it. That long ball to the pivot still. Oh, man. Gomez with a nice play to the middle, and she has a shot, but it's way off target for Mexico. Yeah, Canada kills that time. They win this game. Another long ball from Canada to restart. Foul on Canada. I just heard the buzzer go off. That might be the 5th foul for Canada. I'm trying to keep an eye on the scorers table to see if the little marker's up for the 5 fouls. It is. Yep. So, guys, Canada's on their 5th foul. That means if they give up a 6th foul, if you're new to futsal and you guys are just tuning in, that means that every foul from here on out that Canada makes, it'll be a penalty kick from the 10-meter mark, which is that little dot you see outside of the arc. And it's one-on-one with the goalie. The commentator's talking about the missed shots on the long balls, but I think that missing the opportunity to kill the time was more critical than the goals itself. Mexico not running up to take advantage of getting this ball off of Canada. All right, they got a reset now. Nice little 1-2 from Mexico there. Third pass is a turnover, and Canada just kicks it away again. Mexico being patient, too. This might be a stamina thing. Take our time. Pick our spot. No limited amount of time. Don't make any unnecessary mistakes. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's kind of what it looks like. Big cross from Mexico. Nope, just kidding. Went right to the keep. You could say they wanted it, though. Oh, this time a skipping ball from the goalie, and it's lost and goes out of bounds back to Mexico. We're about halfway through the first period of extra time, guys. We're at 2:39 on the clock. Canada's got a chance. Well, Mexico already got out of it. That was smooth. Good footwork. Big save by Canada. Corner kick. This number 13 for Mexico has been in on a lot of their offense. Evelyn Gonzalez. Ooh. Mexico takes a shot, deflects through 2 Canadians, and ultimately the keeper scoops it up. Little too static from Canada right now. It's 2-on-4 because no one's moving forward with them. They do manage to get a shot off for a corner, deflected for a corner, but Canada, I don't know if they're tired or if they just don't know what to do. Maybe there's some confusion on the game plan for extra time. I venture to say they're tired. Because their first half, they look tired. Shot off the corner kick, but it's right at the keep. They ultimately keep the ball. This number 9, this Esther Brassard, she's been putting in a lot of work for Canada. If it wasn't for her strength up there at the pivot position, I'm not sure that Canada gets out of this game, to be honest with you. .154 to go. Corner kick for Canada. They fake the shot, take it to the middle. Turnover, but they ultimately keep it after it goes out of bounds. Big scoop to the middle again from Canada. The turn. It's a little too far ahead of Esther, and it goes to the keeper. Kind of, you guys aren't going to like to hear this, but kind of one-dimensional play from Canada. They need a different play. These long balls to Esther, Mexico started to figure it out, and they're putting pressure. I can see that the defenders are getting into her lower back to push her off balance, and those turns aren't quite as lethal as they were when they were scoring the goals. Bad kick-in. Bad kick-in by Canada. Now Mexico's got the ball in a kick-in with a very dangerous area here. Minute 30 to go. Minute 28. %100 agree. Yeah, they need something else. They need a different play. Or a variation of this play would even be just as good. If the Alas can get up the court faster, which I understand, you know, I'm sitting at home, so it's easy for me to say. But, oh, here we go. Canada with a chance. Oh, good defense by Mexico. They find a way to snuff it out. If the Alas can get up there quick, you know, whatever you got left in the tank, you can give it your all, get up there so Esther can play it off to you and get that shot. More importantly, make a back post run. Suddenly you have a quick 1-2 for a goal. 31 seconds to go. Mexico looks a little frustrated with their rotation. Their fixo, they're not really happy with where everybody was. And with 15 seconds to go, it looks like they might be trying to time the clock for one last shot here. And they don't get it. Canada gets a turnover. They're on a breakaway, but it's 1-on-4. There's a foul. So Mexico forces a foul kind of in the scrum. 4 Mexican players all around. I don't know who gets the foul for that, but ultimately trip her up. Actually, that's pretty smart. So number 10 for Canada, she made a quick cut to get the ball away from them as they went to jab in and kind of sacrificed her body for the foul. And now number 7, is that Joelle Gosselin from Montreal Extreme? She's over top of the ball from the 10-meter mark. This is not a 6th foul. This is just where the foul happened. So there is a wall. See what Gosselin does here. 7.6 seconds to go. Right into the wall. And Mexico's on the counter now. Oh, but a flubbed pass. They waste the opportunity. Here we go. Oh, last minute shot from Canada, but keeper snuffs it out. So we're going to go into our second extra time. It is still 4-4. Guys, I don't want to speak it into existence, but I'm telling you right now, I hate penalty kicks. I'm technically not a fan of either of these teams. It'll still give me anxiety. I don't know why. It stresses me out. And penalties in futsal are kind of ridiculous anyway, for how close it is. Sorry, guys. I just got a important text I got to answer real quick. All right. Thank you guys again for hanging out here. I sure do appreciate you guys hanging out. Some good little music in the... I'm ready to tango. Good music in the arena. Five minutes to go. And if that doesn't work, it's penalty kick time. Canadian fans getting behind this second extra period. Not a huge amount of fans in the arena, just period. But I can really hear the Canadian fans really well. They've been loud. The small little contingent that is there that was able to make the trip to Guatemala has represented well for you guys. You should be proud. Oh, man. Bad giveaway by Mexico. Canada is trying to put a little 1-2 together between two of their players, but Mexico back on the ball here. Ooh. And they give it away. Kick in now. Yeah, see, Mexico's double teaming your guys' Pivo now because they know exactly what she wants to do. Someone needs to come up there so she can just roll it off and take that shot. Someone somewhere is open because two players are on her, so someone somewhere is open. You just got to find them. Here's another ball over there. Oh, cheeky from Broussard, but goalie wasn't going to fall for it. Handball? Yeah, handball there on Canada. And I think they did not switch the fixo. Yeah, she's playing too deep. She needs to step up. Wait, should that handball not have been from the 6 meter or the 10 meter as a 6th foul? The referees here have had a couple really big misses in the rules. Handball goes to the foul count. Yeah, that should have been a from the 10 meter mark. I saw the Mexican coach yelling for something. Like I think that the players missed it too. So there's these little tents with paper tents with the number 5 on them real big for the foul count to reference which team is on 5 fouls, and they never switched it at the extra time over to Canada. So if you look down at if you get a view at all of that center court where the third official is, it actually shows Mexico having the 5 fouls, which is incorrect. Oh, they got it switched over now. I see it. I see they moved it over. But that's a huge miss. I'd be losing my mind if I was Mexico. Under 4 minutes to go. Mexico's on the ball currently. Jake's commentary to the Canadians here better than the actual commentator. That might be giving me too much credit. I don't know, but well, maybe not. I'm not a big commentary guy, but I've pinch hit a couple times, so. Oh, long ball from Mexico here in a header, but just off target. All right, Canada has a kick in Mexico's half. Oh, we're all forward here, Jason. Oh, boy, they wasted it. I thought that was going to be the moment where they used the fixo. I was getting excited, but they pulled the pass way out of bounds, so it's a goalie throw for Mexico. 3:20 to go. Long ball for Mexico. The Hail Mary futsal. Canada runs out of space running down the line. It's a kick in for Mexico in their own half now. Oh, Canada looking for a high press. And it works. They force a turnover out of bounds. Oh, my title's wrong. And you guys let me have a bad title for 2 hours? I blame you guys for that one. It still said day 3. Too much individual play by Canada at the moment. Yeah, I agree. They need to get some passing plays going. But, you know, the majority of their second half, I feel, has been that way. It's been a lot of, you know, maximum 2 players involved or long balls over the top to the pivot and that turn and shoot. They've really not had any build-up play. Ooh. Mexico with a kick in Canada's half with 2:34 to go. Canada a little out of shape. Mexico looking to take advantage, but luckily they clean it up. A little bit of chasing the ball here, too. They just keep their shape and stay compact. They should get that counter that they're looking for. And there it is. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a foul there. That was a really late slide from Mexico, I think. And we've got a Canadian player down holding her ankle. Number 8 is Cynthia Gaspar Freire. I was actually about to... She got hurt, so I don't want to... Now I don't want to say it, but I need to say it. If she stopped running on that counterattack. So Canada had numbers, and then she didn't run with her team. So they lost their numbers, and that's why that play didn't develop. That should have been a 3-on-1, but she never made it past half court. And then when it turned into a 50-50, she ran into challenge. So I give her credit for that much at least, but had she been part of the original play, maybe that's the breakthrough with only 2 minutes to go. Luke, welcome in. Long ball again for Canada. That should be a corner. Exactly 2 minutes to go, guys. And then we're in PKs. Oh, all good, Luke. Hey, you're missing a wild one though. Slow down. What? Oh boy. Canada rushing the ball. They had a chance there to maybe develop another play or catch Mexico on their heels, but they end up just blasting it out of the back. Mexico with a long ball of their own. Smart keeping. Oh, you guys are gonna make me watch penalty kicks. Mexico on the ball. Ooh, they flub it, but Canada can't get control. They ultimately poke it out of bounds, so Mexico's going to get the kick in. 1:27 to go. Mexico content to just hold on to the ball right now. They try a backheel play through the middle, but too slow. Yeah, Luke, we got a lot of Canadians in the crowd tonight because they're geo-blocked. So they're tuning in with us to kind of get I don't know, I guess it's modern day radio. They're just getting the commentary. But they get an ugly picture of me to go along with it. I would love to see Canada just throw everything they got left in the gas tank at it right now. You've got 70 seconds. Couple of shots by Canada, but they don't go anywhere. They're right into defenders. Mexico trying to counter. Ooh. Smart play there to let it run out. Friends from the Great White North, that's right. Less than a minute, guys. 58 seconds to go. Another long ball from Canada off a kick-in. Broussard makes the turn, but they do get a little poke on it, so it's turned over, and Mexico's looking for a counter now. Canada opts to poke it out and play safe again on that. 45.5 seconds to go. Mexico currently on the ball. They're starting to ratchet up the pressure a little higher as the half goes on. They've got all 4 players forward, and they're passing around trying to find that opening. 30 seconds now. Mexico's still on the ball. Ooh. Bad pass, but they're not punished for it. And the keeper better get rid of that. Right on 4 seconds before she got rid of it. 15 seconds to go. Oh, bad turnover by Canada. Is this the counter? Mexico has numbers. They opted to individual play and shoot, and it doesn't do anything for him. 5 seconds to go. Keeper doesn't get rid of it fast enough for anything to develop, so we're going to penalty kicks. Penalty kicks it is. All right. All right. Getting our money's worth tonight. All right, so I'm resetting the score bug back to 0, and we'll just keep track of the penalty goals. Hey, Jason, thanks for coming in, man. I sure do appreciate you being here. Hopefully see you soon, buddy. Futsal dunk contest. Yeah, do we need to do like an all-star skills contest here or something? Or how do we do this? All right, guys. To the Canadians in the chat, you guys are penalty kicks away from being part of history or not. I've been trying to think because I'm going to do a video reviewing this tournament. So if you guys are interested in futsal, you want to see more, I guess this is where I should probably plug the channel. I will do a video review of how CONCACAF went. I'll probably have a specific opinion on the U.S. team since that's where I'm from, but I do try to cover the entire tournament and kind of like a Cliff Notes version for everybody. So 3 spots. Oh, no, Luke, only 2. Only 2 spots. So Panama beating Costa Rica, eliminated Costa Rica. They will not go to the World Cup, which is just insanely shocking to me. I never saw that coming in a million years. And then this has come down to the wire. I think everybody understands what's on the line, and this is the very last spot. So, but if you guys want to see a review of kind of general thoughts of how the tournament went and who made it out of the groups and how they got here, I'll be doing that later in the week. Probably early next week, I'll post that video. And I've already been trying to think of like what the theme of this is for the video. And really what it is, you know, it's history. And when it gets down to the semifinal, either your history ends or your history continues, because this is all first. Everything is a first. A lot of these teams, it's their first ever outing. I believe Canada, this is their first competitive women's matches ever. So then from there, you go to your first ever CONCACAF futsal tournament for the women. And then if you qualify again, it's your first time in the first ever Women's World Cup. So a lot on the line. You know, you're literally creating history in front of your eyes, these national teams, which is kind of cool when you think about it. Also insanely stressful. Okay, so it looks like Mexico is going to get the first. They're going to shoot first on Canada. Man. Kind of need a drink. Stressing me out. You guys are killing me here. You're aging me. Okay, we're in penalties. Mexico lining up the ball. So, guys, these are true penalties. I was talking about the 10-meter mark before. These ones are at 6 meters. They're right on the top of the arc. I need a cerveza. That's right. I'm out of cervezas. I had to steal one of the wife's seltzers. Feel dirty. Mexico scores their first. Keeper guesses the right way, but can't get on it. You know, Jason was mentioning while he was in the chat about, you know, It being kind of obvious that some of these players aren't trained in futsal. They just don't have the knowledge. And it looks like we've got a new keeper in for Canada that didn't play in the actual game and is doing the PKs, but she's diving like an outdoor keeper instead of stepping into that like a futsal keeper. Ooh, Canada driving one straight through. Wow, that was a insane shot. Joelle Gosselin. I mean, Sena gets a hand on that, but it's just too strong of a shot. She didn't really place that very well, but the power itself got it through. So we're at 1-1. Mexico lining up again. Jaden Stinhauer is your goalkeeper right now. There she went for the kick save, but it wasn't enough. Can't tell if that went over her knee or if she just didn't get there in time. Let me see the replay here. She just didn't get her arm extended in time. She might have got a piece of that. Canada scores again. It's 2-2. You guys' hero for this game right now is Esther Brossard, and she just scores hers. And now we see for Mexico, number 13, who is Evelyn Gonzalez. She was in on a few plays there in the second half that nearly created goals, but just couldn't quite get there. But she's been really dangerous all game. Let's see what happens here. First save. Beautiful kick save. Classic futsal save. And she snuffs that kick out. Catches it with her ankle. And Canada now with a bit of an advantage. And they take advantage here. Number 13 for Canada. I've said her name a couple of times. I'm struggling. Steffi Dadaye? She doesn't make it. The big save from Sena. It's 2-2. I'm actually kind of surprised to see Steffi in the top 5 lineup because she's really been struggling offensively this game. She's had a couple of real howlers. All right, for Mexico now. Zanik Benitez. She's lining up. And she scores. Keeper guesses the wrong way. All the Mexican players have gone left. Jaden went right that time. And by the time she realized it was too late, she tried to get back, but just wasn't happening. So now number 3 for you guys, who is Jade Ompan from Saskatoon. And she scores. Wow. That was nice. Top bins. Yeah, this is a better camera angle. Yeah, top bins to her left. Oh, I'm behind here. Hold on. 3-3. Sorry, guys. 3-3. I forgot I was running a score bug there for a second. All right, so Mexico's player who tied it to push this extra time in PKs now, Ruby Correa. I cannot roll my R's. God, that was ugly. I felt dirty saying it. She doesn't make it. Oh, big save. Oh, big save. Wow, and she held onto the ball. Jaden comes up big. Canada just needs to score here and they win. It's number 8. It's Cynthia Gaspar Freire. And she scores. Top bins to the right side, guys. Canada wins. They've gone and done it. Oh my goodness. Top bins to the right. Sena goes left. Man, holy cow. What a game. Jeez Louise. So Canada, guys, Canada is going to make it to the inaugural Women's World Cup now in the Philippines in November. Mexico is eliminated. It's their first loss of the tournament. Couldn't come at a worse time for them. You saved our night. Good job. Oh, Sylvian, it was my pleasure, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys being here. The girls picked up Jaden, the goalkeeper, there for a minute. It looked like they're going to carry her around. She deserves it. 2 big saves. 2 huge saves to get Canada through on PKs. Incredible. Incredible. Man, what a moment. What a moment. Congratulations, Canada. Oh, I never... Oh, there it goes. Okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at a preview that was behind on the score bug. I thought I never updated it. But you guys... Yeah, that last PK was a monster. Way to put an exclamation point on. We are going, damn it. We're going. That's what if that penalty kick could speak, that's what it would say. Greetings from Panama to Canadians. My best wishes for the best one on the final. Yeah, hey, Grimaldo. Congratulations to you guys on beating Costa Rica. That is a huge win. Huge, huge win. Oh, the finish too. The save. Yeah, the save as well. Jaden caught that and held on to it. That like really satisfying boom you hear as it hits the hands. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say. Incredible. Mexico has a lot to be proud of. They played extremely well in this tournament. Will this be a shot in the arm for Mexico? Will they ramp up women's futsal? That's a good question. You know, there's been, last couple of years, there's been some futsal development down there. But I think, you know, they've got some big teams in MASL, and I think they kind of steal the spotlight. I'd love to see what this does for the women's side for them. Same for Canada. Let's see a shot in the arm for Canada on this too, right? I mean, they're going to the World Cup. The fans, their moment in front of the fans, that's really cool. The fans were great. You know, it's hard to get down to Guatemala. You know, that's a long trip for you guys, and a lot of you showed up. I think comparatively to the other countries that had to travel far, there's definitely more Canadians than there were Americans, I think, from what I could see. It's huge, guys. Congratulations. Oh, man, big photos now, celebrations. Man, I'm happy for you guys. That's awesome. Makes me feel a little bit better that we lost to you 2 days ago. I didn't say I was happy about it. I just said I feel a little bit better. Man, you guys really turned it on. That first half looked catastrophic. I thought that, you know, there was potential for a rout. Oh, they're interviewing Jaden. Hang on, I'm going to be quiet for a second and hear this out. I know this is terrible stream quality for you guys right now, me being quiet, but I just wanted to hear that. So, couple questions for Jaden in the post interview, and she said, you know, the commentator mentioned, you know, how much, you know, emotion was in this game, and so she said that, you know, the Canadian team put all their heart into it, and they worked really hard, and they stuck with it and powered through. And she admitted it was a little shaky in that first half, but they were able to bring it back together and find a way to grind out a win. And then she mentioned too, you know, I'm going to use Luke's phrase in the chat of that shot in the arm. You know, that USA game they played, she felt like was their best game of the tournament so far. And then to win this way in this game too, they feel really motivated for the final tomorrow and keep playing with that heart. So that was huge. And I think that was really well said by her. So real big game for you guys tomorrow. Real big game. 5 of the family went to watch Erica. Congrats to the girls. Thank you for letting me listen to your show. Of course, Elsie. Really glad you were here. Thank you so much. Fred, so the penalty kicks, you know, it's just like soccer, but it's from 6 meters. It's only from 6 meters away, so it's really close. So all the more compliments to Jaden to have 2 saves in a penalty kick shootout. That's asking a lot, quite frankly. And she had a really beautiful kick save, I think, in that 3rd round. And then in the 5th round, she was able to smother that shot and hold on to it and, you know, really make a statement. and then when the girls put in that that fourth goal, that was the end. You know, that's the best out of 5. So because Mexico went first, that killed the game. That's what killed the game. There's no rebuttal. Really awesome stuff. So tomorrow at 1700 hours or 5 p.m., we will see Canada versus Panama for the final to see who wins the CONCACAF Futsal Championship. CONCACAF Women's Futsal Championship. First ever inaugural champion will be crowned tomorrow. So despite that, regardless of how those results go, those two teams are through to the World Cup. So Panama and Canada are both through to the Women's World Cup, which will first day is November 21st. I don't know when that draw happens, but I'll try and keep an eye out for that and try and post it. For those of you that are still in the chat, if you want more futsal news, like the channel implies, follow the channel, subscribe. Also, check out our Discord. There's a link in the description for that. If you guys are on Discord, you can follow there. We post live games as we find them, domestic, national, otherwise. We do live streams like this. We also interview interesting people in futsal from time to time, usually on a I'll say monthly basis, but when I do watch parties like this, it tends to be longer period of time before we do interviews. And then we also try to do international news and things like that. If I see interesting news that's not video worthy, I'll at least post it in the Discord. So that's a good place to get good information. So when we find out the draw, I'll probably do a video for that as well and just kind of break down the draws. But we still need to see the Asian qualifiers yet to see what our full field is of teams for the FIFA Women's World Cup. So let me see. I have a link here somewhere. I think I had our qualified teams already somewhere saved. Oh, let's see. World Cup, World Cup, World Cup. Come on. Tournaments. Oh, come on. For crying out loud. This is bad stream content because I wasn't prepared. I apologize. Shoot. I'm not going to remember off the top of my head. I apologize, guys. Otherwise, I'd just start rattling them off. But I think, so Brazil, Argentina, and I believe Colombia are all going from South America. You have Panama and Canada rounding out CONCACAF. You have, shoot, who else? Why am I drawing such a huge blank? Here we go. I think I found it. New Zealand is going from Oceania. I know that. You have Morocco and Tanzania just won their positions from AFCON to represent Africa. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found it. Philippines, of course, is the host nation, so they'll be there. And then Italy, Poland, Portugal, and Spain are all representing Europe. So we just need to figure out who the 3 representatives from Asia will be. My predictions have been way off so far, with the exception of the Canada win tonight. But I will say I'm expecting Iran, Thailand, and Japan to make it through for AFC. That's my guess. AFC's been pretty active in women's futsal over the years compared to others. Not active, but more active than others relatively. So they'll round out our last 15. I wish I saw this before the game ended. Oh, I'm sorry you missed it. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sorry, doofus. It's his name. I'm not calling him a doofus. Everybody, chill out, relax. But yeah, we just wrapped up. But we'll be streaming tomorrow for the finals. So if you want to come back, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you get that. There's my plug. Nailed it, Roger. Nailed it again. That's 2 times tonight. I'm getting better. I'm not a good YouTuber. I don't self-advertise very well as I should. But next guest on the show, Diego Barato. If he wanted to come on, I'd have him on, but I bet he doesn't want to do that. My experience with national team coaches has been they don't like to be in front of a microphone in a place like this. Thank you for being a part of the win. We'll hear you tomorrow. That's awesome, Fred. I look forward to it, man. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you cut the match. Hey, that's the important thing. Guys, if you're doing, like, I know a lot of people today watch stuff on their phones, so it's hard to have 2 streams up at once, right? I mean, the phones don't exactly let you do that. So I would much rather you guys watch the actual game and prove to these organizations that there's futsal fans out there. The viewership for CONCACAF actually has been off the charts for these women's tournaments. It's way higher than what the men's one was a year ago. So we need to show CONCACAF that people care about this stuff so that they actually invest money in it. So don't worry about me. Go watch the game. If you have the game, go watch the game. I'm just some dude in a basement, you know, that's watching along for fun so that he can talk to somebody while he's watching it. You know, I'm nothing in this equation. But anyway, yeah, so tomorrow we will be watching the final. I convinced the wife to watch the kids solo for me during the day so that I can do that. It's over dinner, so they'll be distracted. It shouldn't be terribly hard. Knock on wood. And some wood here. Hang on. But yeah, we'll be good. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up from here. I appreciate all of you that came into the stream today. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I got to see the World Cup schedule. They're 12 hours difference from us, so I don't know if I'll be able to live stream watch parties for that stuff, because I got a bad feeling it'll be right dead center in the middle of the workday, because our evenings will be their mornings and vice versa. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'll try. I'm going through some work turbulence at the moment. I might be changing employers here shortly, so I don't know what kind of flexibility I'll have compared to now for that kind of stuff. And so I'm still figuring all that out. But we will definitely watch the final tomorrow. If anything else comes up, we can watch. I might just do pop-up live streams on the channel. So if you guys want to keep doing stuff like this and watch along, I'll post a link. Maybe we keep doing this. And I'd also like to get, for my Canadian friends in the chat, I'm going to try and get Chris Fernandez on as a guest soon. He doesn't know that yet, but I do plan to ask him and see if he wants to chat. And I'm trying to time that up with something going on behind the scenes that I know about so that I can make the most of it for him. I want to make sure that I'm not impeding on what he's got working. So I've got a little peek into his life, and I know some things that are going on, and I just want to make sure I time this right so it's best for everybody. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I really appreciate you. Join our Discord so that you guys get notifications there as well, or get links to live streams, even if we're not doing watch-alongs. Make sure you're there, and then that way you guys can get more futsal content. You can also follow us on TikTok. I throw some shorts up on there. Of course, the YouTube channel. And then I'm a really bad tweeter, but I am on X. So you guys can check me out there too if you guys want to follow along there. But until I see you guys next time, thank you again so much for joining. I hope to see you all tomorrow. And until I see you then, don't forget to play with your soul.